Matt Waltz and Landon Lewis that will lead us to the green flag of the Visit Hampton 125, and we are underway at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Side by side, a couple of rows deep as they come around to complete the opening lap. A point on the line for Landon Lewis. You knew he was going to be pushing to get at least one bonus point on the opening lap. He'll barely have it at the stripe, and you can see putting that throttle down much sooner than Matt Waltz to try and take the lead of this race. And much like we saw in the opening restart of the race, it is the driver on the outside line who is going to try to take the race lead and wrestle it away from Lewis, who has led all 45 laps thus far. Matt Waltz looks to have it. He'll have it at the stripe, but can he clear back down in front of the MMI Chevrolet before they make it out of turn 2?
Waltz has given Lewis a lot of room there to the inside, and he is going to cement the lead off of turn number 2. He's going to come around and lead his first official lap of the contest after Lewis got the lead on lap 1. Matt Waltz to the point.
There's a little bit of contact made for third. You can see Connor Hall there on the outside, going to make that job as difficult as possible. As we are slowed yet again, one car slow on the back straightaway. It is Lainey Bice, who had just come out of the pit lane and again had been kind of biding her time through the opening run. I can't tell there, looking at her 5-star body on that race car, if there's a dent in the door on the right side of the passenger side of that 03 car. As they bring it into the iRacing restart zone, we are back underway at Langley. As they go down into 1 and 2, it has been the car on the outside line that has gotten the lead each of the last 2 starts, and it looks like Landon Lewis is trying to keep that streak going right now.
Waltz is going to try to protect the spot as he gets a good run in the middle of 3 and 4, slides up the racetrack and not quite up to the quarter panel of Lewis, and again, the outside lane prevails.
Long line of cars looking to try to get down, but Waltz able to find a spot just in front of Connor Hall. But we know Connor Hall, a little bit of a nudge there to the 2. Again, these race car drivers, with somebody just a little bit ill-handling like that, they can smell blood in the water, and they're going to try to make this happen very, very quickly as Hall, loose of his own off of turn 4, not able to complete the pass for third.
Riley Music trying to see if he's going to follow the driver. And he gets loose again in the middle of the corner. Now it's Music's chance to pounce as Waltz defends third spot for now.
As they work their way through the iRacing restart zone, Lewis launches the field down into turn number 1. Minnie Tyrell is right on his door. You can tell the aggression is picking up here at Langley. Landon Lewis will pull away. Minnie Tyrell, does he have a run? And he's taking it, or trying to take it down into turn number 3.
The 2 might have touched going into 3. Matt Waltz in a 4-wheel slide in the battle for third off turn 4. Lewis protects the lead with Tyrell back to the bumper as they come off turn 2.
No doubt about it. They are not saving right now. They are racing for what they think may be the win here at Langley. Minnie Tyrell right in the tire tracks of Landon Lewis. Connor Hall, that's how strong his car is. He just made a move on the outside. Oh, and Waltz looked like he was a little free. Cade Brown diving in, and then Grady, again, just so unfortunate there. You think if you're Grady, you're going down to the grass, you're missing all of that. 54 laps to go. We'll find out as he gets the launch. Minnie Tyrell, though, led him on the outside line. We'll see what the call is there from race control. As Tyrell got a great launch, he still has the lead into 3 and 4. Lewis leaning on him, shoves him up the racetrack.
The situation may resolve itself as Lewis leads at the line and has a half a car length advantage going into turn 1. Double wide throughout the whole top 10 as Lewis is going to try to slide up and cement the lead.
Oh.
And he just about cleared himself there off turn 2. And it's Lewis back to the point.
And Minnie Tyrell getting a little bit of a shot there from Matt Waltz. We saw that 2-car wiggling around the last couple of laps, and now he has an opportunity to try to get by that 81. Meanwhile, Landon Lewis is loving what he sees in his rear view mirror. Here comes Connor Hall looking for a way around Tyrell. They're going to look 3 wide off at turn 4.
A lot of the Connor Hall fans clapping their hands and holding their breath as Hall was able to get to second spot despite the contact. And they're 3 wide with Tyrell now pinned up to the third lane.
And Tyrell, he may have a problem here as he's lost a couple of spots very quickly, was battling for second, and there you see the tire is flat there for Minnie Tyrell. No chance for him to get down into the pit entry with the field coming by. He is slowly going to bring his car down to the apron in 1 and 2, but it looks like we're going to stay green for the time being.
If this cell does in fact move through here quickly and we get this race back underway, but the red flag is out for the Visit Hampton 125. We've seen many fans put on either the hoodies, the jackets, or break out the umbrellas, but absolutely.
Going to be a fun one to settle it. 47 laps to go in the Visit Hampton 125. We are back underway after a lengthy rain delay, and Connor Hall immediately trying to cement himself at the front of the field. Perhaps a brunch as they went through 1 and 2, but Connor Hall still looking to try and take the lead through 3 and 4. Lewis going to have it, though, off the corner.
Lewis powers his way by on the exit at turn number 4. Behind him, Matt Waltz nestles into 3rd spot. Chase Burrow with a bit of a love tap there to the back end of the 2-car off of turn 2. McCumbee almost caught the wall as he tried to get to the outside of Burrow and Cade Brown. 16 trapped to the top side is McCumbee.
As we have a battle for the race lead. Connor Hall looking to the inside of Landon Lewis. Side by side off of turn number 2. The drive off for the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet, too much. New leader with 42 laps to go as the fans come to their feet. It is their hometown boy, Connor Hall, the new leader at Langley.
And now Lewis trying to protect second, almost gets tagged by Burrow with Matt Waltz shoved up to the outside. Lewis is a bit off the pace. He's got a problem. The points leader is slow on the back straightaway.
And I think what James Pike was talking about, look, it's the middle of the straightaway where that car has a problem, and now it has trouble going down the straightaway. You can see it trying to fire off. Your race leader and championship points leader, a problem in 1 and 2, and he may not be able to make it back around to the pits.
Cars rolling slowly on the apron of 1 and 2, and the caution flag will fly. And my, oh my, how the tables have turned after Connor Hall had consecutive events with misfortune, costing him the championship points lead. The driver who has won back-to-back affairs with the Cars Tour is now rolling to a stop.
Connor Hall, Chase Burrow through the iRacing restart zone, back underway, and again another great launch on the outside. This time from Chase Burrow. Matt Waltz is there as well. Cade Brown looking for his first Cars Tour win. So is Chase Burrow, still side by side with Connor Hall.
Burrow was hustling that race car off the second corner, but he's not going to be able to keep the fight to Connor Hall. He'll protect second ahead of Matt Waltz. Brown to 4th in the 4-car. And Jared Fryer from the incident earlier on in this race, moving on the top side to get up into the top 5 as the top 3 accordion back together. Here's Burrow with a lunge.
A monumental efforts in the top 5. Burrow gives a shove to Connor Hall. Hall hangs on at the line, and these grandstands are going wild as 2 Langley boys, Chase Burrow, Connor Hall, and even throw Matt Waltz into the mix. Mixing it up for the race lead with 37 laps to go. Burrow dives it in deep. He may have it at the stripe this time.
3 hometown heroes battling it out at Langley. We've seen this before. Drivers who know this racetrack and know it well, challenging for the top spot. And Hall defends the fight for now as they come back to 3 and almost contact again.
Connor Hall looking for yet another win in the Cars Tour. And here at this racetrack, the 3 cars lined up behind him have never won in Z-Max Cars Tour competition. Cannot find a way to the inside. Almost a brush there in turns 1 and 2. It is still Chase Burrow, Connor Hall, your top 2, and Matt Waltz looking for some way around as he's gotten the handling back under his number 2 car.
This is why the grandstands are packed as Burrow nearly slides up into the side of the Junior Motorsports 88 car. And now it's Hall with the launch off the second corner. Burrow still to the inside in what is fantastic racing here at Langley.
McKee gave a shove to Chad McCumbee further behind to try and get to the top 5, but we cannot turn our eyes away from this amazing battle for the lead. A skirmish in 1 and 2. Matt Waltz looking for a run, but it is still Connor Hall. You can see the damage on the door of the number 88 Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet.
Stays in the tire tracks, now gets into the back of Hall in 3 and 4 twice.
You can see that shot as they go into turn 3. He's wheeling the heck out of that race car. Still 30 laps to settle it. Chase Burrow now has the lead. Connor Hall crossing him over. It's not over yet as they head down into 3.
The fans on the front straightaway starting to rise and pump their fists as the battle for the lead intensifies. Burrow the leader that time at the line. Inside of Huffman for 9th as they approach turn 1.
And again, this is probably the one thing that could hurt Burrow as Huffman gets a tag there from Ronnie Bassett Jr. And Bassett's going to try to get out of Dodge. Gets by the 57. Carroll now makes contact and shoves Landon Huffman up the racetrack. And now Bassett clear. Carroll's going to go around on the front straightaway. And and he just misses the end of the pit wall. For their first win, row 4, full of drivers who haven't won in several years. Who's going to get back here first? We'll find out here with 11, now 10 laps to go here at Langley. Chase Burrow off the corner, doesn't have the race lead quite yet. There is a hole, though, for Jared Fryer to get down. It is filled by Matt Waltz as they drive off of turn 4.
Fryer's going to be able to protect second position ahead of Waltz, while the 88 of Connor Hall has his hands full with Tristan McKeith, the North Wilkesboro runner-up in the 7. Lofton and Barnes almost come together again.
Something's dragging on Doug Barnes' car, but it looks like he's going to try to muscle
trouble! Landon Huffman gets turned by Justin Carroll after they played bumper tag for about 3 laps, and Carroll finally finished the job in a retaliatory effort.
As the HendrickCars.com pace car moves down in the pits through the iRacing restart zone. 5 laps to go at Langley. Chase Burrow, a great launch as Waltz looks 3 wide down into turn 1.
Burrow's able to protect the lead off the corner. Now Fryer has to fight Waltz for the second spot as they go to 3. Waltz sails. Oh, trouble. Brandon Pierce is around. Back up in front of the pack. Several cars are going to spin around, and it's Barnes who tags the outside wall.
Strauss spins to a stop, but did not make any contact there with Carroll. In an unfortunate way for Brandon Pearson, his 100th start was set to run in the top 10, restarted in 8th.
Watch the 2 car, right side of your screen, and Carson Lofton in the 22.
So Bassett makes the move. Pierce and Lofton make contact on the entry to the corner. And everybody else pretty much just reacting in the accordion. The HendrickCars.com pace car is down through the iRacing restart zone. Another good launch for Chase Burrow, but Jared Fryer looking to the inside. 3 wide for the lead and down into 1 and 2. Burrow has to drive off. He's just clearing Matt Waltz off at 2.
So that's why Fryer won at the bottom of row 2, and now Burrow protects the lead. Fryer alongside of Waltz for second. 4 to go.
And that's exactly what Chase Burrow needs to see in his rear view mirrors. Those 2 cars side by side for second. Matt Waltz not going to give it up easily, but Fryer just too strong as they go down into 3 and 4. Fryer able to drive away. Does he have anything left to try and go chase down Chase Burrow?
Waltz tried a chance at the back bumper, but wasn't able to get there. Now Fryer gets a car length of breathing room off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Fryer, target locked, closing in on Chase Burrow as they'll come around to 2 laps to go.
Connor Jones tangles with Cade Brown. That has championship implications, and Connor Hall trying to stop the bleeding as he has fallen out of the top 5. But you can see Chase Burrow continuing to drive away from Jared Fryer in the 14. White flag is out. 1 lap left between Chase Burrow and his first Z-Max Cars Tour victory. The former Rookie of the Year driving away, nothing to worry about behind him. He's going to do it. Out of turn 4, Chase Burrow is a Cars Tour winner. He wins the Visit Hampton 125.